The following program is rated E.
Today on Cityline, it's our gardening special, and we've got patio perfection. I walked into this set and I was like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Then Frankie Flowers brings the sexy talking perennials.
Look at this sexy plant right here.
She is. Woo! Bombshell.
Baby.
Look at you. And later, a delicious garden pasta.
We call it Primavera.
Yes.
Because in English it would be called pasta with vegetables.
Oh.
That's like,
Primavera
sounds like
better.
animal feed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We'll go with Primavera.
It's Cityline with Tracy Moore.
I liked it. And I liked that you saw yourself. You're like, hold on, we're on TV. Look over there. Welcome to Cityline, everyone. It's home day today. I feel like we have a lively bunch. Are you really like into it today? You sound like you're into it today. I like that. So we're excited because this is our gardening special. If you want to get outside, I want to get outside. If you want to entertain or garden, then you do not want to miss this show from beginning to end. So let's get right into it with how you can get your patio to look like a designer's space. Please welcome Victoria Tonelli. I just need this in my life. This is so stunning.
Thank you.
Every year it gets a little bit better. It
really
gets
does.
elevated. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So, Victoria, just tell me what your inspo was for this space.
Okay, so I want to talk about the basics. So everything that you think of when you're designing an indoor space, like the walls, the floors, the ceiling, the really durable furniture, the storage, all those things you want to think about when you're building your outdoor space.
Okay. So there's so many things to talk about. Let's start with the floor. Let's start with the ground.
I love this. I love how it turned
beautiful.
out. So these are actually porcelain pavers.
Okay.
They're from Euro tile and stone. And what I love about these is a two-parter. One, I think visually they're just so beautiful.
Yeah.
They actually have a line at Euro tile and stone that is for the interior as well, so it perfectly matches the pavers.
That's nice.
So you can have continuity from indoors out. And then the pattern. You know, the checkerboard pattern is usually what you associate with being indoors and having that customization, so you can fully customize outdoors and get that designer look.
Yeah, I like that.
And then in terms of durability, so they're super, super durable. They are anti-slip. They're resistant to any type of breakage.
Nice.
And in comparison to their counterparts that are usually stone or concrete, they don't etch, they don't flake, they don't absorb water, they don't get stained by chemicals or salt. So it's a really great product to look into.
And it looks like an indoor floor.
Totally.
Which is so beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, the next step, you want to feel like you are sort of enclosed, like you're enveloped in your space. So what do you do to make that happen?
So you really want to create boundaries when you're building your outdoor space, because that's what's going to make it feel cozy. So we want to give the illusion of walls and ceilings. So last year, if you remember, I had Canvas in studio. Canvas is a line at Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
And they have this beautiful pergola. This is their Horizon modular pergola. I brought in a video there. But what's great about that, it gives that architectural structure, so the walls and the ceiling. But then they have all these accessories. So this year they came out with a live wall accessory where you can add plants, power bar, there's a cloth canopy for a ceiling. So it really gives you that sense of enclosure.
Yeah.
And then something as simple, even just lining up plants. So I kind of create
so
like
beautiful.
little walls here. These are all from Valley View Gardens, and it gives that pop of green.
These are real, Vic?
All real.
Oh. They
all
look
the real deal.
They do not look like my real plants at home. It was a hard winter. But this is such a great way to do it, and you just add more greenery to the space, which makes it feel like you're in the south of France or something, which is nice.
And then the ceiling, you can do something as simple as just putting up these beautiful umbrellas. These are from Basilbang. Love this brand of umbrellas because one, they're really, really good quality.
Yeah.
But two, they have so many different patterns and colors. I did white.
Of course
as
you
you
did.
know, I love a nice neutral. But I feel like it's fun with the fringe, so it can
Yeah,
add
it
some
is.
personality to the space.
It's beautiful. Okay, so let's talk lighting now because
Okay.
you're outside. You want to stay there as long as possible. When it gets dark, it gets dark.
Yes, so you want to give your space some versatility so you can use it into the night. So
Yes.
I found this company called New Garden.
Okay.
They're all about illuminating your outdoor space very easily. So behind you, Trace, we have these solar-powered garden stakes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can add those to kind of illuminate a pathway.
Nice.
So they're super low maintenance. And then we have actual lighting, so floor lamps and table lamps.
Yeah.
Again, what you'd associate with being indoors.
For sure.
They've designed everything so that it's beautiful for outdoor use, but also indoor use.
And I love these. These have remote controls.
Remote controls.
You can change
the
the
one
color,
behind you here is
temperature.
a table lamp now, but can also be turned into a floor lamp.
This is good.
And then this one here is really interesting. There's no graceful way of doing this. So here we go. I already tested that out. But this is a light
That is
bulb.
so cool.
That is removed in and out. You can charge it indoors, so you don't have to move the actual lamp. And then it's actually connected by a magnet.
I love that. That is so cool.
It's great.
You can take it out and walk around with it.
Totally.
That's nice.
And these are portable too. This is portable, no cords. So you can put this down a dining table to light it up at night. It's just so beautiful, dimmable, everything.
Lovely.
They thought of everything.
Beautiful. Looks like a little mushroom.
Yes.
Okay, so we've done all of the, the things that are making the space look great and pulled together, but let's talk furniture because I walked into this set and I was like, I
Loved
want
it.
that, I want that, I want that. Like all of the pieces are beautiful.
Yes.
And I feel like outdoor furniture has never looked this like sleek. And
Totally.
the colors are beautiful. Like you can get this beautiful dove gray. So talk to us about the sofa.
So all the furniture here is from Canvas, from Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
What I love about Canadian Tire's outdoor furniture is that it's stylish, like you said, but it's also super durable. They really
Yes.
pay attention to the material that they use to fabricate. I chose this furniture for a few different reasons. This is called their Banks Modular Buildable Sofa.
Okay.
So what that means is that this is actually detachable. So you can
Nice.
create, wow, I love this audience.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wait till you guys see this. Then you put it back. So what's great about that is you can create different conversation sets and you can also build on it.
You
so
can keep getting more.
Exactly. If you have
pieces.
a bigger space, it can grow with you.
Yeah, nice.
And then these are great too. So this is a dining chair. I think it looks like an upholstered chair that would live indoors.
Yep.
But then they've thought through things like this. They're so innovative. So the covers actually come off where you can actually wash this indoors.
I'm going to get you to do that one more time
Okay,
because we
so
just
it's
want to
on.
see. Yeah, keep it on for a second.
On, and then
Because you're coming in for the night and then you want to take it off.
I love
Also, they
this.
like that.
Yeah, they love it.
Is it just a zipper?
It's just a zipper, and everything is UV resistant, water resistant.
So good.
The material here, it looks like wood, but it's composite.
Yes.
So they've really thought through everything. They have accessories at Canadian Tire, so they have you covered.
That's amazing. And they
Yeah.
stack easily. So I'm always
Yes.
thinking about putting stuff away.
Yep.
Or the raccoons have a party. So
For sure.
stack them up, put them in the shed, wherever they're supposed to go. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And now let's talk storage.
Let's. Perfect segue.
Yeah.
So I wanted to find a shed. I feel like without that beautiful storage in an outdoor space, it can't be successful because it's not going to look good long term. You have to
Right.
put stuff away.
Yep.
So I actually was working on an episode of Property Brothers, and we were doing a high-end renovation, but we really needed a custom-looking shed, but it had to be prefab for budgetary reasons.
Yep.
So I found this company called Ketter. What's great about that is that they've reimagined the shed. So normally sheds are dark, dingy, they have so much moisture in them.
Yep.
So what they've done is this is their shed that you can actually just prefab in your backyard.
Yeah.
They've added windows. So you can
Nice.
actually get sunlight in. There's a lockable door for in and out.
Lovely.
The walls and the ceiling are reinforced by steel. But then the exterior, although it looks like wood, it's composite. And then it also has a floor to it. I feel like when I was growing up, all the sheds were just the grass underneath that was usually dead.
Yes.
But this has a beautiful floor, so it really feels like a finished space.
Yeah.
And then they also have things like this patio cooler here to store all your outdoor drinks if you're entertaining.
I like that.
They have a ton of storage solutions.
So it's like a bar. It looks like an outdoor bar, which is really nice, and it's all in one piece. So you can, is it on casters? Is it on wheels?
It is, it's on wheels, so you can
roll
move
it out
wherever.
and roll it back in, which is beautiful. Vic, thank you so much for this.
Yes, of course.
What a great space. We're taking a break. We got lots more Cityline coming up. Stay with us. Coming up, Frankie Flowers wants you to garden more and drink less.
Mint is a perennial herb.
Yes.
Plant it in a pot. If not, it's going to go everywhere, and nobody needs that many mojitos.
Welcome back to our gardening special. I feel like I'm in the garden right now. Spring has sprung, and here to show us how to plant a stunning perennial garden that requires minimal maintenance, ooh, music to my ears, and will ensure beautiful blooms for years to come is gardening expert Frankie Flowers. Frank Ferragine. You are still Frankie Flowers,
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
Okay, just
It
checking.
is, of course.
Because Frank Ferragine, when I call you that, it feels like so professional and like serious.
It does.
And Frankie Flowers.
That's usually the police officer that pulls me
Right?
over that says and looks at my license.
Yes.
And usually that's when it's Francis Anthony Ferragine. That's the real. That's when I'm like, whoa, I'm in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Exactly, yeah.
This is a gorgeous, like, we all want this. We want an easy, low-maintenance garden. So we want to talk about what sets sun perennials apart from shade perennials and what we need to be looking for.
Yeah, the key is always the right plant for the right place, right? So first off, if somebody ever tells you I'm going to create a no-maintenance garden for you, they are lying.
They're a liar.
Gardening is like plants. They're living things. They need some work that's out there.
Yeah.
So first off, what is a perennial? A perennial is something that comes back year after year. Behind me here with the mural that we have, some people will say, well, that comes back year after year, which is morning glory.
Yep.
They're an annual, but they reseed themselves.
Oh, cool.
The reason why they're called morning glory, of course, they're daylight sensitive. They only bloom when they see the sun, often in the morning.
Oh,
so at night they'll close. So that's the reason why they call it a morning glory.
That is so nice.
Beautiful.
This whole mural is by About Murals, by the way, and I love that they can do this. I mean, make us look like we're just in a garden, hanging out in the garden. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so when it comes to the right plant for the right place, first thing you need to do to yourself is to say, okay, what's my hardiness zone for a perennial? And that means, how can that plant survive? So if I was to go to Google and I was to type in my hometown, Bradford, Ontario, and you type in hardiness zone, it's going to tell me a zone 5.
Okay.
So what that means is any plants that are zone 5, 4, 3, and lower numbers, I can plant those. Anything that's a 6, oh, that's marginally 7, oh, maybe I shouldn't. An 8, like definitely not. It's going to die, right?
Yeah.
That's hardiness. Then the next thing is sun. So what is sun?
Where do we figure out the zone on these plants?
Oh, it's so easy. That's why, you know, it's amazing when you read a tag.
Oh.
These things here, like
That's what we're supposed to do,
people
eh?
are like, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna, I love it. This one here matches my shirt. I'm gonna take it in. So great.
It matches my door.
No, so on the tag, it'll often tell you all the different information that's there, and with that tag, of course, it'll show you everything from all the way through to
it's got everything there.
Light requirements, the water requirements, your hardiness zone, of course. So sun, what is sun? That's afternoon sun. Usually west or south-facing locations are sunny spaces unless you have a tree.
Right.
If all of a sudden you have a tree. So 6 or more hours of direct light, that's full sun.
That's full
so the key is to pick those plants that really work in that area. So what are some of them? Well, this guy right here, just a beautiful plant that's overall, and this here is a type of stone crop. Also known, the variety itself is Angelonia, or it's just a beautiful trailing one that's a beautiful ground cover, drought tolerant, will take a beating, will even take sandy soils, so poor soils. So matching to your soil is really important as well.
That's good. I like the color of that. That chartreuse is beautiful.
Oh, I really do love it. Even in a container, this is really good. It will trail over a container. The key is when we plant in a container, they'll actually freeze more solid. So I always recommend in a container, remove it from the container, plant it in the ground. You'll have greater success for it to overwinter.
Got it.
Next up, another easy plant are all the different varieties of sedum. And these guys here are just popping out right now because we're more so towards early spring. We have a picture of these guys in bloom. Late summer blooming, they attract the bees later on, which is really good for the pollinators. And these guys here are also drought tolerant, and they give you a wonderful flower all the way through until the fall and into the fall as well.
And a lot of us are looking for those blooms that are going to stay good all the way into the fall. Some of them drop off halfway through summer, and then we got to go to your nursery and buy more plants. You like that, don't you?
Well, yeah, if you kill plants, it's a good thing.
You like that.
And also with these guys here, I've actually been to different areas where there's been a fire. And the house is burnt down, and these guys are still growing after.
That's my kind of plant.
Yeah.
That's my kind of plant.
They're kind of crazy. This is another great ground cover that blooms blue, and this is catnip.
Oh, it's catnip. Is it actual catnip?
This is a perennial catnip variety called Walker's Low. Wow. This one here blooms blue, and actually blue is a really great color to attract hummingbirds and many different butterflies that are out there. The key is after this finishes its bloom period, cut it to the ground, it'll re-bloom.
Okay.
Okay, so super easy for you that's out there. The one plant that I don't have right now because it's more later summer blooming, but I wanted to show you a picture. If you're looking for something super easy, it's a prairie plant, and that's coneflower, echinacea. And echinacea, look at that. There's a monarch butterfly that's right on there. That's going to come back each and every year, several different colors that are available. And if you're wondering, echinacea, coneflower, is that the same medicinal plant that we take if we get a cold? Yes, indeed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So what, do we just eat the petals, or?
No. It's a whole process to go down that you're going to be doing that as well. Okay. And then finally, if you're looking for an easy plant, this one here grows in the side of ditch banks along farmers area and rural areas. Nice. That's daylilies, and we'll show you a picture of a daylily. The daylily itself, why does it have the name daylily? Well, it means the flowers only last a day. So it blooms, and those flowers drop, and then there's always flowers in behind. And they're also edible flowers if you want to do that.
So these ones you can eat.
You can eat too.
Okay.
Now let's talk about shade. Shade is underneath.
Yes.
Like nothing grows in darkness. The only thing that grows in darkness is a fungi, a mushroom. Bad dad joke again. Gotta have a throw of you out there. But you know, a lovely shade garden is something that we can create where we're working with textures. Something that will bloom in the shade garden is this one here. This is an ever-blooming bleeding heart. Oh, we all have bleeding hearts, don't we? Yeah, I went through a divorce. I have a bleeding heart.
We're still working through it, everyone.
And it comes back all the time.
Yeah.
Super hardy. Look at that right there. Yeah. Dicentra. The only thing about Dicentra is it's actually like a bleeding heart. It's poisonous to a lot of animals that are out there, so you got to be very careful with that as well. Look at this sexy plant right here.
She is. Woo! Bombshell.
Baby.
Look at you.
That there is hellebore or helleborus. That is also known as the Lenten rose, also known as the Christmas rose. Early spring flowering, perennial plant, one of the first in the garden. So many different varieties that they're easy, but also it's going to be great for you to come back each and every year and add some interest in there.
Beautiful.
Of course, hostas, so many different varieties. These guys here also bulletproof. You can get every different variety from ones that have large leaves to small leaves. There's even one that's called bunny ears. It has a really small leaf. I love one variety called Big Daddy. There's Big Daddy right there. Yeah! Big Daddy.
They are quite beautiful, and they cover a lot of ground.
And just a couple of really quick Vinca minor, which is periwinkle, really easy.
Yep.
And by the way, the other thing too is if you're creating a garden, a word of warning that I want to save people out there. Mint is a perennial herb. Yes. Plant it in a pot. If not, it's going to go everywhere, and nobody needs that many mojitos.
Do we? No, we don't. You're right. Thank you so much. Time for a break, everyone. Give it up for Frankie! Put it here, baby. Coming up, Chef Massimo is making a dish fresh from the garden.
We are making a Panette Primavera.
And it's a panette, not a penne.
Not a penne.
What's the difference?
The size.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome back. Oh, what an audience. Okay, today we're diving into the heart of Italian cuisine with a garden vegetable primavera. And who better to guide us through this culinary adventure? Do I even need to say his name? Chef Massimo! Well, you're the one. You're the guy. So tell me what we're going to be making.
We are making a Panette Primavera.
And it's a panette, not a penne.
Not a penne.
What's the difference?
The size.
Okay.
Yes, the size.
So panette is?
Panette is just smaller than a penne.
Okay.
So then there is pennine, which is even smaller.
Yeah.
There is mezza penne, which is half penne.
Okay.
And you know what a penne is, right? A penne is a quill. You know the quill you used to write with? Doesn't that remind you?
That's the origin, yes.
That's what that is. That's what a penne is.
It's all making sense. Yeah.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Suddenly, there you go. And we call it primavera.
Yes.
Because in English it would be called pasta with vegetables.
Oh.
That's like,
Primavera
sounds like
is better.
animal feed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We'll go with
like
primavera.
Primavera.
Yeah, I like that.
And primavera because, you know, springtime. And that's what it is. So we have a whole array of springtime vegetables. Asparagus,
beautiful.
peas. We have some spinach. We have some spring onions. We have a little bit of peppers to give it a little bit of sweetness.
Nice.
And we still have, these are amazing. I've been eating half
Little
of them.
cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, I've eaten
I like
half of
the
them.
peppers.
Yeah. So a
fresh.
nice amount of oil. Don't be cheap with the oil. Olive oil is excellent. It's good for you. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting in a little bit of what do you call it? The
Onion.
shallots.
Oh, shallots.
Shallots.
Did you do your
Shallots.
pasta already?
I did the pasta already because
Okay.
11 to 12 minutes,
Yeah,
we wouldn't
forget
have
it.
time.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is half cooked. I'm going to throw it in the water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and this is salted water, obviously.
Yeah.
You never cook pasta in unsalted water. Never.
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 Never, never, never.
Never, ever, ever.
Okay.
So we're going to add a little bit of garlic, or as much garlic as you like.
Nice.
I like a lot.
Me
I'm
too.
sorry. You know, start mixing. We have our asparagus spears.
Yeah.
Now for this, I will go with a small, thin asparagus, which normally they're called spaghetti asparagus.
Okay.
You know, because of the size.
Yeah.
I'll put some in those. That's enough.
This is
Then-
going to be so fresh and
Yeah, absolutely.
springy. Like it is a lot of good vegetables that
Exactly.
are seasoned.
And what you don't want to do is you don't want to mush the vegetables.
Right.
You want to have them nice and cooked, but you don't want them mushy and soft. So
Okay.
now we add the peppers.
If you don't
Okay.
want them mushy and soft, Chef, does that mean you're just not going to have it sitting in that pan too long?
Exactly. So by the time you start the pasta boiling
Mm-hmm.
in salted water, you start your pan with the vegetables, and that should be the perfect amount of time.
Okay.
Now, you see that if it gets a little bit too much color,
Yeah.
then we can start adding a little bit of the pasta water, because this has the starch as well. That's what you need to make it taste good. And
Okay.
that gives it a little bit of steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put it over there. So super simple, huh?
Yeah, very simple and
this is,
vibrant.
Yeah, exactly. Now, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, because nothing comes pre-seasoned.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I've been dipping the vegetables in the salt.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have a bad salt addiction.
It's you know what? It happens. It's the flavor of it. My husband's a bit like you, so I'm like, taste the food before you start putting all that salt on it first, just so that you can, you know, like, come on, and then build it up little by little.
I know.
You know
can
what I mean? Don't go whole hog.
Exactly.
You haven't even tried it yet.
You can get away with a lot less salt than you normally eat, but if you dip a little bit of raw vegetables, you know, like turnips or carrots or celery or fennel or
That's what
peppers,
you do? You dip
in a
them
little
in the
bit of salt, and then you eat it. The flavor is
try
just
it.
deadly good. So
Oh, that's really salty, Chef. I gave it a real good twirl in there.
you did give it a good twirl. Huh? So I'm gonna keep adding vegetables right now as we go, okay? And I'm gonna really increase the speed over here. And
Do you want to put the cherry tomatoes in, like,
yes,
sort of close to the end?
Close
to
to
get
the end,
smooshy?
because we're almost there.
Okay.
You know,
All
I
right.
mean, you don't want them mushy. You want them just heated.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is already the asparagus are already cooked and ready to eat.
While
And you want
it's
that
coo-
little
yeah.
crunch, right?
While it's cooking, I actually
Yeah.
want to talk about your tool.
Ha,
So
you like
look-
that?
Well, take a look at this, because I think we all
I got
have
another
that kitchen tool that is like, we're going to call it well-loved.
Yes. Yes.
My favorite is a spatula like this. It's red, and it looks like there's a bite mark out of it. And I use it for everything. I
Well-
use it to stir. I use it to pick up pancakes. I use it for everything. It's my love. So how long do you think you've had this guy for?
Restaurant use, right? So it might be maybe 3 weeks, but it gets.
Chef, you've had this for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I know.
This looks like you grew up with it.
And my kitchen is good because when I see stuff that is used up, I throw it away. This is still good. He's only got one cut over here.
It better still be good. It's new.
Okay. Yeah, you wish.
Shocked.
You know, restaurant people, we are not the most delicate.
Talking about well-loved instruments for 3 weeks. Okay, that looks beautiful.
I knew you were going like that.
Right?
So anyway, I added a little bit of chili oil,
Yeah.
and I added my peas, and I added my, oil
Spinach
and a little bit of spinach,
yeah.
a little bit of basil, basil leaves. Put all of them. You
Okay.
want basil leaves?
Oh, it's basil.
Lots of them.
Sorry.
Yeah, basil. And then we take our pasta.
So it is time.
Okay, with a little bit of his own water.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna mess up the kitchen so that somebody will clean it for you, but...
I wonder who that'll be. Okay, so we're out of time. But
No,
we're
what do you mean we're out of time?
It's true.
You say, look, we're ready. It's ready. It's ready. Go like
Can I do
that,
it?
put it on the plate.
Do you trust me?
Trust you with my life.
I know, but I can't reach over there.
So then let's do like this.
Okay,
Because
all
I
right,
already
that's good.
covered it up with cheese. How about that?
You did it. Cityline.tv for the recipe. Let's go to break. Stay with us. We got more coming up.
There you go. See, I told you.
Coming up, adding some privacy to your yard.
You want to, again, keep your nosy neighbors out, or you like to enjoy Naked Thursdays in your backyard, whatever you feel like doing.
You do you.
Yeah, you got to have your privacy screens up.
We love open concept floor plans indoors, but when it comes to our outdoor space, we like to delineate our borders, at least I do. So here to show us how to keep those nosy neighbors at bay, please welcome DIY expert Kristen Coutts. I was saying to the audience, if you're living in a large municipality, you probably have your neighbors side by side by side by side.
Absolutely.
And then they can look in to your backyard, which isn't always great. So I'm happy you're here to talk about this, but I'm also just happy you're here because the last time you were here, you were pregnant,
yes.
and now the baby is on the outside in the world.
In the world.
It's just so phenomenal to me every single time. So how have you been doing? How's it going? And please introduce us to the new member of your family.
Sure. So my little girl is Lana. She's 2 months old now.
Oh, there she is! Lana!
Yes.
What
she
a
is
sweetheart.
the sweetest thing.
Yes.
But you know what? Things
What?
have been really great, but this is not my first project back.
Okay.
The night before I went into labor,
Yes.
I took a leisurely shower.
Yeah.
I said I want to go give birth looking like a hairless cat, so I took a long shower.
Yeah.
And the bathroom flooded.
Oh.
Everything flooded. Adjacent rooms. I just finished renovating my basement like 2 months before.
no.
Floors damaged, everything. So 2 weeks after birth, Lana's in diapers, I'm in diapers, and I'm like, I am demoing this bathroom. So I'm ripping out tiles, I am ripping out showers. I put an entire, this is the before, and then a couple of weeks later, have a brand new bathroom because all of us need to use.
Let me tell you, Superwoman right here. You've already done a full bathroom reno, and now you're here on national television, and you've got like a 2-month-old party animal that didn't even sleep last night.
Didn't want to sleep. She and I were the only ones invited to the sleepless party.
Right,
but, yeah.
right. And here you are. Well, so thank you. Thank you, thank you,
No,
thank you.
glad to be here.
We love it. So we're going to talk a little bit about dividers and privacy walls. So you've got many different varieties here.
Yes, so I want to talk about privacy screens today. You know, if you want to, again, keep your nosy neighbors out, or you like to enjoy Naked Thursdays in your backyard, whatever you feel like doing.
You do you.
Yeah, you got to have your privacy screens up. So the first one I want to talk to you about is the one behind you. This is from Ferragine. And this one is great because it is weatherized, which means you can have it up all year round, in the winter, in the summer, in the rain, it doesn't matter. You can keep it up all year round. The other thing that's really great about it is modular. So you can have multiple panels, you can configure it the way that you like. You can have them side by side like you do. You can have one over here like I do. So you can configure them the way that you'd like.
Beautiful. So these are all panels. So you can build it. It can be as wide as you want it to be, which is fantastic.
Yes. And this will run you about $230 for one panel. One
per one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, it's a bit of money.
But lasts you a long time. You can put it away if you want.
Knock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is good, solid,
in the snow,
low
everything.
maintenance.
Yes.
And this one here.
This one is more of your traditional privacy screen. You've seen them as almost sometimes like room separators indoors. So you can use that the same way outside. This one is from Rona. It's a prefabricated product. And again, you can use this as like a backdrop. You can use this to kind of create zones in your backyard if you want to. You can also use this to like block the sun if it's a little too sunny that day. So this one's very versatile, and you can, you know, pick it up and move it and do whatever you'd like with it.
Love that.
So this one is about $150 or so for this.
Okay, but yeah, good price. So next up, I want to talk about this that you made.
I made this one. So this is your custom option.
Yes.
So this is if you want to go as wide as the spaces that you have to cover or as high as you want, but please check your city bylaws. Don't go too high. You want this one, you can do completely custom. And it's not that tough to do.
It's beautiful. What kind of wood do you use for this one?
So this is pressurized wood, and you want to use pressurized wood because it is made for outdoor living. So when you think about benches and picnic tables and that sort of stuff, that's the type of wood that you use because it's got a solution in it that makes it more of like a preservative so that it keeps the wood going for a very long time.
Gotcha.
And all of this wood here in the lumber is from Rona, and you can get all of your great affordable reno needs from there. They have amazing selection.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about how we would build this one. How did you start?
So what I did was I grabbed two 4x4 posts, so 4 inches by 4 inches, which is what I use for the sides. When you're at home, you would actually dig this into your ground for support, put some concrete, whatever you'd like to do. Then I grabbed a couple of 1x1 strips to kind of act as backing. And then these are 1x6 boards. Some of them are a little bit thinner because then I took some of these and I cut them in half horizontally, just to make a little bit of a pattern here.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so and what's nice about this is you can customize it. So we can go the whole way. We're gonna demo a couple just to kind of show you how easy it is to put together. But the other thing you can do with this first Veradec product being modular, you can do a little bit of a combo if you'd like. So you can do something like that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because in that way, you've kind of got the versatility or the customization of building your own, but then you've got some of the beauty of some of this panel as well.
And you can paint out that pressurized wood, you can stain it, you can make the whole thing look so cohesive if you want, or keep it looking that natural. Okay, so shall we try?
Okay, yes, safety
Or shall
first.
I try?
Safety first, please.
Thank you for the hot glasses.
Yes, sorry, I didn't bring the beauty ones.
That's all right, I like them.
So what I've done in between here is I've created almost like a bit of a spacer. You can use anything that you've got at home. This is just a piece of wood. You can use even a piece of this just to create so that your spaces are going to be even in between.
Nice.
So I'll give you that as the spacer.
Yep. And the gun. Do you need to give me any kind of a lesson? I actually used one of these, I think, last week on the show, and I already don't remember.
Okay, so the great thing about the guns is all power tools have like a double safety mechanism put in place.
Yeah.
So if you were to press that, don't do it. But if you were to press it right now, that would not go through my hand.
Got it.
Because there's a double lever there. So you have to
press that into the thing and then pull the trigger?
Correct.
Okay.
And only when both of those things happen is when it would fire. So
you
let's
got
just
it.
do.
So there's your spacers. You know where it should go. And then it's going to go right in front.
Yeah.
Do I take the spacer out or leave it?
You can leave it.
Okay. So now.
And just hold on to the black.
Oh, yep.
There
we go. And
look at that.
yeah. Okay, I wish I could build all of it, but we've run out of time. I just want you to tell me quickly how much this might cost.
This one will be about $130, so not a massive savings, but you get the customization.
I like that. It can be like a lot taller too. Very nice. Okay, we'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us. We got more coming up. I just like the look of it. Right? Coming up, bringing some beauty and fun to outdoor entertaining. It's whimsy. Don't take yourself too seriously. She's not.
This chick's having a good time.
She's just having fun. One of those unseasonably beautiful days yesterday, and I got very excited for outdoor entertaining and seasonal entertaining. So that's what we're going to talk about in this segment and everything you need to get that done. Victoria's back. And I want to know, how do you feel about summer entertaining? Like, is that something you like to do?
I love it. We do it so much in our backyard, but I feel like we've added these really key pieces to make it easy and to create a vibe.
I love that. So. It's more casual.
Yes.
I'm more likely to have people over in the backyard just because, like, I just feel it's easier to do, to accomplish.
Totally.
So let's talk about what we need to do some good backyard entertaining.
Okay, so one of the things that I added to my backyard that I really feel like has elevated instantaneously the vibe, just for ourselves or when we're entertaining, is a fire pit.
Yes.
So I went on the hunt. I did a really deep dive for the perfect fire pit on the market. So this is a company called Deco. So believe it or not, I'll take this accessory off. I feel like the audience will like this.
That's pretty. That's beautiful.
So this is a company called Deco. They're all made in Canada.
Nice.
What's great about them is it's a lightweight concrete fire pit. So it's 100% concrete, so you get the durability there, but how they fabricate it, it's 60% lighter than the other fire pits on the market that are concrete.
Nice.
So you can actually move it around. Comes in 6 different finishes, all these different colored stones, so you can customize. So it's great for design. Everything's very sleek. They managed to conceal everything. And then they have the accessories, like the tabletop accessory is great because then it can function as a coffee table.
Love that.
And the behind you, Trace, that's actually a propane tank cover. So it doubles as a side table.
That's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. They did such a good job. And then, you know, the flame here is the largest CFA approved flame on the market.
Ooh.
So like they're not messing around.
Yeah, you can get cooking on that one.
And it comes in different sizes. So small here for a little set, but then a larger rectangular one over there that has some really beautiful architectural features and cutouts that I thought was so beautiful.
I like that it doubles. I like that it doubles as the coffee table. That is beautiful, and that is like pretty lightweight and easy to pick up, so it's easy to do that transition. Beautiful.
Yes.
Let's talk about this, because this looks like a vibe. This looks like
very much a vibe. This can be added literally to any space.
Yeah.
So this was a huge trend throughout COVID, especially on social media. Like you said, they were sold out.
Sold out.
Because, you know, inflatable pools you think for kids, but this is an adult designer-worthy inflatable pool.
Yeah.
This is from a company called Miley. So what's great about this, it's really, really durable material, so it can last throughout the seasons. And then she partners with artists every season or annually to create these new designs that really elevate the look of your space.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. Have some fun if you can't have like an underground, like an in-ground pool.
sure.
This is a beautiful way to do it. Okay, now let's talk about the single thing that you have done that has really taken your cooking outside.
Yes. Honestly, so this is, okay, I'm very passionate about this topic because I actually own one of these at home. This is the Uni pizza oven.
Yeah.
I bought this initially. I'm like, am I actually going to use it? I literally used it on repeat throughout the summer last year.
That's really good.
I was constantly out there. We were making pizzas, but also this doubles as an outdoor oven. So you can make, you know, vegetables. You can make steaks in this. We were constantly outside because it kept us outside with our guests.
Yes.
So that's what I loved. I brought in 2 different versions. So this is the Caru 16. What's great about this one, it's actually fueled by charcoal or wood.
Nice.
So it's very much like the real deal.
Yeah.
What's fun about this one too is that they actually have an association of Neapolitan pizza in Italy.
Yeah.
This is the only pizza oven on the market, the domestic pizza oven on the market that they gave the stamp of approval to.
I just saw Chef walk out of the kitchen. Are we okay with this, Chef? Are we giving? Yeah. Okay. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Whew. Okay, he's all right with it.
It's literally the only pizza oven on the market that's for domestic use that they have given the stamp of approval to.
Okay.
So this is the real deal.
That's
and then
serious.
It's very serious for pizza makers. And then for this one over here, it's the other model. What's great about that one is that I actually have that connected to a propane tank. It could also be connected to natural gas.
Nice.
So it's so great.
And
then
make all your stuff outside.
Totally. And then they have these really fun accessories they keep coming out with. This is for Detroit style pizza.
Oh, nice.
Which I thought was so good.
Or deeper.
Yes, deeper.
Yeah, nice.
And they just have so many cool accessories that really will keep you outside for the summer entertaining.
Well, speaking of summer entertaining, so You like a nicely set outdoor table.
I do.
And that's what we have here, but you're having a lot of fun with the table setting.
I am, and this is a lot of color for me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which is crazy for me.
Like,
but
I see colors on the tablecloth, I see colored plates.
And I'm okay with this.
Yes.
Because I feel like a new trend that you're seeing is lots of color in the tablescape, and two, it's something that really feels very casual and layered and mixing and matching. So we're starting off with a very neutral base. This is all from Fable. This is the plateware that I have at home.
Yes.
So it's white, and then I added their beautiful crystal glasses as well.
Nice.
So that is beautiful to start off. And then we're gonna add in this really special brand that I found. All these plates are made in Portugal.
Beautiful.
They're from an artist, a French artist from Paris.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
French artist from Paris, Laetitia Rouget.
Oh, nice.
I think I was pronouncing that right.
I think you did real well with that.
And she's really well known for playing with all these beautiful colors. And then she has these quirky little sayings on here too.
Only here for presents and champagne.
Which is very much my
very
vibe.
true.
And then she has all these beautiful ceramics.
Look at this.
And look at this. This chick
It's whimsy. Don't take yourself too seriously. She's not.
This chick's having a good time.
She's just having fun.
You know, she does such a great job. Everything is based around happiness, she says.
That's
in
lovely.
Color.
That's
and
really
then
nice.
lastly, I wanted to find a brand that had beautiful glassware.
Look at these. Look at the stem.
From In Special
So
Home.
beautiful.
So that's their bubble goblet,
lovely.
and this is their jelly bean goblet.
Oh, very nice.
So we'll add that to our table.
Gorgeous. Okay, beautiful outdoor setting. We can keep going as I throw to break. We've got a little bit more coming up after the break, so stay with us, everyone. Very nice. Those margarita glasses, is that what they are? Welcome back. We are going to take some gardening questions from our audience because Frankie is here, and why not make him work the whole hour?
It's all good. I'm here.
Stephanie's got a question in the audience. Stephanie, what would you like to ask Frankie?
Frankie, do I embrace the earwig or can we just get rid of it?
Oh, they're so
the earwig.
gross.
Yeah, the nickname is because there was folklore that they'd climb into your ear. But they are, the reason why they're around your area is because there's decaying wood. So if you have a wood pile, a rotten deck, if you get rid of that habitat, that's really a good thing to really get rid of them or minimize their population. You can also take a newspaper and put it into a roll, moisten that, and just put a little bit of an elastic band. Pop those down. The earwigs, when the sun comes up, will run into those little newspaper rolls. You pick them up and throw them on the ground. That's a great earwig trap.
Oh my gosh, I'm itchy just talking about it.
Yeah.
But somebody else pick up the little wrapped paper. But I like that.
That's what your kids are for. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Okay, good answer. And Jamie, I know you have a question that you wanted to ask Frankie as well. What would you like to ask?
Yeah, how can I get rid of Creeping Charlie?
Creeping Charlie, just by name.
Who's Creeping Charlie?
It's the guy on the dating app.
Ghost him.
It's the guy on the dating app. Yeah, Creeping Charlie. Perennial weed, very hard. Every time you go to dig that weed out, it actually then stems out and almost spreads more. If you have a lot of it in one space, try to dig that area out. If it's in the lawn, sod over top, but you've got to minimize that upper foliage. So every time it sprouts up, you keep on at it, you'll weaken it over time. Yeah. But once again, it's a perennial weed. So it's not a quick fix. It's continually digging. Sometimes you'll put a tarp over the area to solarize, but by us minimizing the leaves, we starve the root. Okay. So the key is if you do all that work and then you see it reshoot, you got to keep on top of it. If not, it's just going to keep on going. So there are things like Roundup that you could use. Yeah. But that's only in an area where there's nothing else growing because that's a non-selective herbicide, meaning it kills whatever it hits.
Oh my gosh, Charlie, calm down.
Yeah, creeps.
Sheesh. Yeah. Okay, Marilyn has a question as well. We can get one more in there quickly.
So Frankie, I'm thinking of using copper wire around my hostas for slugs.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good solution?
Yeah, for sure. So slugs don't walk across copper because it emits a charge. So that'll prevent them from going on. If you want to reduce the population of a slug, don't water at night. Water in the morning. We want dry gardens at night because slugs, they like a wet, warm garden because they're hermaphrodites. They can breed on their own. So when it's wet and warm, they just breed.
Oh, they like it. Listen, excellent answers. I've never heard a question you could not answer. Come on in, experts.
Come on in, guys. I'm gonna
Thank you for joining us today. You know, outdoor entertaining was a real vibe today, Victoria, and I just wanted to mention these beautiful placemats and linens.
These
Where
are
are they
all
from?
Pangea. I forgot to mention them, but all the linens by that same French artist, Laetitia Rouget.
Beautiful.
Love it. Nice and colorful.
Fun, casual, colorful. Victoria using color, it's a big deal. Thank you, Chef, Kristen, Vic, Frankie. Thank you to our audience here. You're fabulous. Thanks to everyone at home. See you tomorrow.